Good morning and Merry Christmas. So 2 days ago, my voltage meter would drop to zero and my little light would come on telling me to check gauges. Well, 2 days prior to this, my daughter left the ignition switch open and killed the batteries. So we jump started the truck, got it up and running, and on our way home, within about 2 to 3 miles, it went ahead and dropped to zero the voltage meter, and the check gauges light came on. I got home, turned the truck off, turned the truck back on, and it started. And it reset itself. And I was getting about 12.5, 12.8 voltage. And as you can see right here on my my other meter, I can see the voltage. I was getting, like I said, 12.5, 12.8. So I put a trickle charger on it overnight for about, I don't know, 8 hours or so. Got up the next morning. I figured everything was okay. And on my way to work, 30 miles, I had to pull over 4 times. The light would come on to check gauges, and the voltage meter would drop to zero. I would have to pull over, turn off the truck, turn the truck back on, and again, I was getting 12 point something volts out of the voltage meter, and that was all I was getting. So I did a little bit of research. Someone said that if one battery is charged a lot more than the other, it'll have something to do with the computer. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know if it's true or not, but it seems to be correct, because after going to work for about 12 hours and letting the batteries actually settle, I guess you can say, on my way home from work, the voltage meter started reading about 13 something, and then by the time I got home, I was at 14 volts. Well, it's been 2 days. The voltage meter is working fine now. Both batteries are charged and the codes are gone. So if you have this problem, sometimes it might just be a matter of getting the batteries fully charged, and no need to purchase a brand new alternator, which is what I was going to do. I was going to spend Christmas Day changing out my alternator, thinking that that's what the problem was. But like I said, 2 days later, voltage is fine, the batteries are fine. It was all because the batteries went dead. I don't know if the computer just assumed something that I'm not aware of, but when it was all said and done, like I said, 2 days later, I didn't have to spend a single penny. The same alternator, I'm getting, was that 14.8 volts, 14.7. Got about 133,000 miles on this 2004. I've owned it for 15 years. This is only the second or maybe the third time it's done this, and it's all been when the batteries go dead that I get that error code. So if you get those codes that I put up above, doesn't necessarily mean that you gotta change out your alternator. I would recommend waiting a day or two if you can afford to, and hopefully this works for you. It worked for me. All right, thank you.